Image 1. Introduction to Copyright and Licensing. Copyright is the type of intellectual property used to protect the authorship or creation of a storybook. Many quality works appropriate for early reading will be copyrighted. However, there are intellectual property licenses that permit free use of copying, distributing, editing, remixing, selling, and/or building on existing materials. It is important to know the different types of licenses available for when you create or seek to use other books. Image 2. Creating or using books with a Creative Commons license. To add new signed or textual languages to a published storybook in the public domain, check if the storybook has a Creative Commons license. Creative Commons provides the legal framework for the copyright holder to specify the permitted use of the storybooks. As a storybook creator, you can request a Creative Commons license for your storybook to allow others to add new signed or textual languages to it. There is different licenses which will be explained in more detail next. Image 3. Copyright. In most countries, a creator has a copyright to own and license their storybook. No one else may add to, change, or modify it unless they get written permission from the creator to do so. This means it is unlawful to edit, copy, use, or sell the storybook without obtaining permission from the copyright owner first. If the copyright owner grants permission, it is permissible to proceed with the action of adding signed videos, editing, copying, using, selling they agreed to. Image 4. Public domain. If the creator formally places the storybook in the public domain, the creator gives up all rights to it and permission to use the work is not required. This means you are free to make changes to a book by another author, such as adding deaf characters, adding signed or textual language, changing settings, etc. You can also widely share the new book you create. Image 5. Creative Commons. This means you can reuse the story, modify its structure, share it with others, monetize it through sales, or publish it on online platforms or in print. When choosing a license for your book or seeking to modify a book created by someone else, be sure to check the specific meaning and requirements of each type of Creative Commons license, which will be explained next. Image 6. Creative Commons Attribution. This means you can make the adjustment to the story, such as adding new signed or textual languages, changing the reading level, adding characters, or editing sentences. This also means you can sell or publish the revised story as long as you give credit to the authors. Image 7. CC Non-Commercial. This means you do not have permission to make modifications to the story with the integration of selling the book. However, you may make edits to the story solely for your own purposes and retain ownership. Image 8. CC No Derivative Works. This means you can use the story freely on an online platform or make copies of it. However, the story cannot be edited or modified in any way. The story cannot be sold or used for paid subscription without permission from the original owner. Image 9. CC Share Alike. This means you have the freedom to reuse, remix, and modify works, but any modified works must adhere to the same terms and conditions as the original work. Image 10. Commercial. This means there are no restrictions on selling a new story you create or selling a modified version of the existing story you create. Image 11. More access for deaf children. By using Creative Commons licenses when creating books or leveraging Creative Commons books by adding them to a digital library, deaf children can have access to more freely available signed storybooks for online and offline reading, viewing, and enjoyment.